Hey guys, it's Peter, and welcome to my channel, Peter Likes Books. Okay, my little intro, you know. So welcome to my week on Booktube. I think this is week 7. I'm almost positive that it is, not sure positive. Anyway, I'll check and make sure about that later. I don't have a whole lot to talk about this week, you guys. Like you know, I've been really stuck in kind of reading some longer pieces this last month, and so I'm still kind of stuck in that. As well as, I got really into watching TV this week, so I don't have tons to report on a reading level. But I do have a couple things I want to talk about. So the first thing is that my first selection from a book of the month came this week. I did an entire video on it where I talked about, you get this little bag if you join it, and you get this pair of sunglasses, which if you follow me on Instagram, you saw all my cool pictures with that. And so anyway, I did a real fun video about all of that. If you guys want to go back and watch that. That was the first thing. And then, let me see what else it has to do with books. So the next thing is, the things I'm reading are Chamber of Secrets, still reading that. Raymond Carver short stories, still reading that. Me Before You by Jojo Moyes, still reading that with Maddie. Helter Skelter, still reading that. Summer Days and Summer Nights, still reading that. And then 40 Wild Crushes by Jim Provenzano. I don't have the books over there because I was just reading it. Anyway, I'm still reading all of those books, and the problem is that like 3 of them are short story books, and 2 of them are really long. Short story books, short story anthologies, and 2 of them are really long. So I'm having a hard time like reading standalones, and so I kind of resorted to Audible once I got off Carry On. And like I had said, I had in a previous video, I had bought a bunch of credits. Like there was like a sale, and it was like 3 credits for something. It's usually like $35.99, but it was cheaper than that. It was like 3 credits for $19.95 or something like that. And then they had a bunch of like books that were on sale. They had like 300 books that were on sale, and half of them were on my wish list. And so I went in and I like bought all these crazy books. I bought like 5 books or 6 books at one point. So I went back and I was like going through them and trying to figure out what I wanted to read next. And so literally like 2 days ago, I started reading The Morning Hours by Paula Trek-DeBoard. Do you guys see the cover there? Okay. This book has blown me away. I never had heard of it before. I didn't know anything about Paula DeBoard. I tweeted her. She was very friendly. She tweeted me right back. She has another book out now. I think she's a college professor, actually, but none of that matters because this book is just, I mean, it's unbelievable. You know how, like, you constantly are hearing about, like, this is the next Gone Girl or the Girl on the Train? Like, this is truly, like, the new Girl on the Train, even though I think it came out way before that. Or Gone Girl. And here's the deal. Okay, so it's about this woman, and she's going back to her small town in Wisconsin where she grew up. I only have like 2 hours left of it, so I don't really want to like talk a whole lot about it because I just want to finish it and then see how I feel about it. But anyway, she's going back to her small town in Wisconsin like as an adult, and that she grew up in, and she's talking about like some tragedy that occurred there when she was growing up. And then like before you know it, she's like back in this town, right? And she's like talking about like her brother and her sister and this girl, and I don't want to ruin it for you, but like this girl that her brother falls in love with and all this kind of stuff. And the tragedy that you think is going to happen is not really the way that you think it's going to happen. I mean, it's an edge of your seat thriller, but at the same time, it is so beautifully written. I have to say, there are moments that you can tell this author is truly affected by To Kill a Mockingbird. There's one incident in particular that reminds me of a very specific scene in To Kill a Mockingbird, and for me to talk about it would be a spoiler, but it's kind of like a moment like in To Kill a Mockingbird where, you know, Scout realizes like what adults are really like, and there are just hints of that throughout the book. There are moments that I read this book that like I really wanted to go drink a cup of coffee because of the way that the mom, like it's describing the mom making coffee in the kitchen for these police officers, and the girl Kirsten looking outside the window at the snow, and the whole thing takes place on a farm. And it's interesting because I used to spend my summers on my Aunt Janny's farm in northern Indiana, and it reminds me so much of that. And like in my mind's eye, as I'm listening to the book, I totally see myself at this farm. Anyway, it's an incredible read, you guys. It was on sale on Audible for me, but I think it would be just as enjoyable being read as it is being listened to. I don't know, maybe more, in fact. The other thing is the title, The Mourning Hours, which is spelled like mourning as in grief, is a play on words, which I love when authors do that with titles. The other thing is, I hate when you read a book and the author doesn't use the title in the book, but like it's just referred to. She uses The Mourning Hours in this book, and like it totally caught me off guard, and then like I had to rewind it like twice, and I was like, oh my god. And she uses it so beautifully. So you guys go get The Mourning Hours by, what's her name again? Debord. I don't know if it's Paula or, I cannot remember her name to save my life. Paula Debord, Deboarid. And this is what it looks like. It's like a lightning bug. They talk about lightning bugs in there too. It's a fantastic book. So anyway, those are the things that I'm reading right now. The next thing I'm gonna read on Audible or listen to is The Last Star by Rick Yancey. It's the last one in the Fifth Wave series. I already have bought it, so I've already bought it. I also have like 15 books over there ready to do my next book haul video on. So that's some little exciting things that I'm going to do for you next. Yeah. Let's see, other things. For my birthday this week, we went and saw Finding Dory. I would give it a 4 out of 5 stars. And then Independence Day. Let's see if my husband can hear me. Hey, Alex, can you hear me? Anyway, he's acting like he can't hear me now. But anyway, I would probably give Dory a 4 out of 5, Independence Day a 3 out of 5. Like, I really liked Finding Dory, but it was kind of sad, honestly. And it wasn't as funny as Finding Nemo. So that was it. But it was still a great movie. You have to go see it. Independence Day, I would say a 3 out of 5 because I thought the action was really lacking. I thought the buildup was really lacking. I liked the homage to the old actors in the original ones. Vivica Fox, like, just has this really kind of, I'm not even ruining it for you, but she just really has this kind of sad death scene that doesn't even like, there's no importance to it whatsoever. I mean, she was like a pretty major character in the first one. So it's interesting how they play it all out. It just kind of seemed like an afterthought. I mean, for 20 years later, I was sitting in the movie theater, and I was like in the exact same movie theater that I was in 20 years ago seeing this movie, and I thought, oh my god, it's been 20 years. So like, you know, can you imagine what they could do with this movie if it wasn't? Like, I feel like the original Alien that I saw, like when I was growing up as a kid, was better than Independence Day. I mean, I don't know, it lacked something for me greatly. So that was that, and then I am caught up on Big Brother. I have had so many people contact me on Twitter, and I've had a lot of people email me too about this. You guys, I literally sat down there right now for the last 40 minutes and just caught up on emails. You guys are so great about emailing me. My email address is below. I'm trying to get back to you as much as I can. Some of them are going to spam. I don't know why. There's one person out there, Jay, if you're watching this video, because you comment on like every video of mine, your comments every single time go to spam. I don't know why, and I have to go in and take them out and put them back in. It's so weird to me. I don't know why it's just yours. But anyway, so I'm trying to answer each of your emails. Thank you so much. So many people have asked me, you know, really endearing questions, and what was the thing? Oh, so many people have emailed me and told me that they're huge Big Brother fans. So are you guys watching Big Brother this summer? It's like one of my favorite shows of all time. I am totally team Fatal 5. I'm totally down with the girl group, always, right? Anyway, and I mean, Jose needed to go anyway. And I hope to God he doesn't get back in. But that's that. And then I finished Orange is the New Black this week. Oh my God, you guys. Like, first of all, I cannot even tell you. I want to do a spoiler video so bad, but like, I don't want to spoil it for anybody that's never seen it before, because it's like, I don't know. It's just like, anyway, if you guys love Orange is the New Black and you haven't seen Wentworth, get on Netflix and watch Wentworth. Wentworth is like the more serious, more honest Australian version of Orange is the New Black, and I absolutely love it. So anyway, Orange is the New Black is caught up with, and now I've got my 10,000 other shows to do besides reading and all that other kind of stuff and working on my next novel. So that's been my week on Booktube. Have you guys had a good week? People have been really, really nice about emailing me. I've got about 10 people interested in my fall class that I'm going to offer. If you're interested in this, go to Being Schooled on Booktube. It's a previous video of mine. I have about 10 people that are already have signed up for it. So God, I'm like, I should start a college class and charge for it or something. No, I'm joking. Anyway, so we're gonna do that. And then we're gonna read S.E. Hinton's The Outsiders and her other works for August. And Me Before You with Maddie and I this month. Oh, and there's one other book that I'm reading with Ashley, and it's the new David Levitt and Nina LaCour. I mention it every time, and I can't remember it, but I got to get started on it, and I got to email her too, because we're reading that this month as a read-along. So yeah, so that's about everything that's been going on. You guys have asked me to get a P.O. box. I'm not real sure what you want to send me, but I think that's absolutely awesome. I love things. I love getting things. Don't we all? I mean, I'm not going to act humble about that. I just do, you know. So I've looked into it, and I'm going to go and get a safety deposit box. Like, I'm so wealthy, I have to put my jewels in there. But anyway, I'm going to go tomorrow, and I'm going to get a P.O. box. So I will link it in the thing below. Yeah, and anything else you guys have questions about? Leave them below. I appreciate it. Somebody commented on my beard last night. That really made me... they said they wish they had my beard. And, like, that totally made my day. Because it's like... I feel like sometimes it's just a fat cover-up. Like, I'm fat, so Are you guys watching my other channel? I started my other channel back up again. It's just called Peter Mon. If you look on it, the link is below, and I'm journaling. I'm doing a video every day for a year. So, and like so far, I've talked about being heavy. I've talked about being sad versus being depressed, and I've just talked about my day. So go on there and check it out. And yeah, I really appreciated the support from people who have been doing that. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful week. If you have anything you'd like to tell me, please tell me in the comment sections below. Bye.